The starting
It's that time of the year, everyone. Opening night for these two teams in this new NBA season.
And we've been waiting all summer, BA, to kick this thing off. So much excitement, so much hope, so much possibility. I'm sure both of these teams are going to come out with a lot of jitters and nervous energy, but we're going to settle in, and we're going to see the highest level of play right in front of us. It's time for the NBA to get it started.
Now the opening lineup for the Portland Trailblazers. Draymond Green is out there with Miles Bridges. Then there's Jason Tatum. Then there's Drew Holiday. And it's Bassey in at the center position. Here's Leonard. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one. And he handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Just 5 to shoot. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. Bridges. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
And coming out swinging and hitting the game's first bucket.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
Now here's Leonard. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Now, the inside part of Kawhi's game just so hard to stop. He's too physical and seems to be just locked in at times.
Here's Holiday, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. And a fun fact here, Brent, the Trailblazers' name was actually chosen by the fans.
Oh, that's so awesome, BA, to remind fans of how it is that Portland got its name. It was an open contest, and they had, I think, over 10,000 entries. And there are a couple other names that we should throw out there. It could have been the Pioneers or the Doug Furs. I think they chose wisely.
That's good from Holiday.
So many things have changed around Drew Holiday. The one thing that's been a constant is that he's a hard worker, such a great all-around player who likes to be a leader, and he has been for this ball club.
Holiday hits them both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
On the wing, Murray. He's covered by Holiday. Murray against Holiday. Murray passes to Claxton. Here's George. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Their last encounter was in Portland.
They flat out dominated the last time these teams squared off, particularly on the glass.
Now we'll see if the other team will address that problem in this game, because last game, man, they just got smoked on the boards. What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Murray against Holiday. Here's Bridges, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to go on Paul George. After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024, Graham.
You know, really, by no fault of their own, BA. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
First one falls for him. Bridges hits them both. Here's Murray. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. And we've got a timeout from Taylor Jenkins. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Taylor Jenkins. The main topic of conversation, how they plan to guard Jason Tatum. We want to try to make Jason a jump shooter. Avoid fouling, don't let him go downhill. But JT will get his, so let's hope we limit him. Well, that's never easy to do, guys.
Allie, thank you. And now looking at the 2K leaderboard. Here's a view of which teams last year got after it with their shot blocking. Memphis, 4th.
Awesome rim protection from them last year, and it was because of one thing. They commit to intimidating anyone that comes in the lane.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. To the right side. George outside. Williams a screen on Tatum. George for 3, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Man, he's been doing that for a long time. You just can't give George that kind of look.
On the wing, Holiday. Great D that time from Murray.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Back to Leonard. Williams with the screen. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And despite his injury history, Kawhi still has the ability to take over games, Brent.
Yeah, does it feel, B.A., that Kawhi sometimes is even more patient and more deliberate in the way he delivers in games? I think he's the type of talent that can slow himself and the game down at his will and still be a lockdown defender.
Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead. Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from 3 for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team.
And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him.
Just think of how much of a difference Kawhi Leonard is for this team. When he's healthy, he is an absolute force.
Holiday passes to Bridges, to the paint. Here's Green. Here's Bassie. And Robert Williams picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
They're having a hard time with fouls. It's still early, but one more and they'll be over the limit.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. To the inside. Bassie, good.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. They trail by 1. Pass to Williams. George outside. Clock at 6. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Yeah, Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it, and just how smooth the finish was that, Kevin.
Tatum looking it over. Pass to Bridges. To the middle. Here's Bassie. Outside Holiday. And here's Tatum. Leonard defending. Second chance shot. Tatum passes to Bridges. And here's Holiday. Fires the three. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now. George for three. Rebounded by Green. For Portland, they've gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Here's Tatum. And the layup is good off the glass.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
Leonard outside. Murray against Holiday. Murray inside. Pass to Claxton. Leonard for three. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Outside Holiday. Green finds Tatum. Outside Holiday. They set the pick. Here he goes. Bassey. Another shot. And the layup is good. Bassey's got his second basket of the game.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
Now here's Murray. Still without a bucket. There's the three. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Trailblazers lead by 3. Outside Tatum. Pass to Holiday. Three-pointer, Bridges. Williams grabs the board.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
And he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Trailblazers.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
And let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction. So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
And Claxton throws it down.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Now here's Tatum. Lopez, the screen on Westbrook. Here's Tatum. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Tatum's got 6 points. And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. But that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Who wants a free t-shirt? Get on your feet.
Najee, he's checked in for Claxton, and it's O'Neal in for Paul George. Sexton against Westbrook. Over Sexton. And again, it's Memphis missing. And Williams has got the ball here for Portland. Inside, Love uses the glass on the layup. Now it's a three-point Trailblazer lead.
Kevin Love getting comfortable on the inside on that possession. He's got the size and touch to be effective around that arc.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
Well, that's where he's a huge threat to complete any sort of alley-oop. You could throw that at the top of the square, and DJ's going to throw it in.
Williams finds Lopez. Down low. You know, Grant, looking at the career of Colin Sexton, he had a huge third season, averaged 24 a game.
Yeah, B.A. And unfortunately, Colin hurt his knee early during his fourth year. Had season-ending surgery, but we've seen Sexton make a full comeback and just a dynamic scoring guard.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, Sexton has the kind of ability out there where he's shifty and fast and strong. He can make some exciting plays happen for his team.
All right, both free throws good from Sexton. Grizzlies trail by 3. Westbrook taking his time here. Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Nicholas Claxton.
He has stepped up on the defensive end. His blocks have come way up these past few months, showing some real intensity protecting the rim.
Trailblazers lead by 3. And here's Sexton. Murray, a screen on Westbrook. Outside Murray. Shot blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Trailblazers as Portland retains possession. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
Just 5 on the clock. And it's Murray finishing it off.
And a statement from Jamal: when he gets that kind of room, he's capable of throwing it down.
To the paint. Here's Simons. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. Westbrook's got 3 assists tonight.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
Now here's Sexton. His last outing, he had 18 points. Murray, no good. Grizzlies trail by 3. Here's Westbrook. Rebounded by Lopez.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Here's Love. Pass to Murray. Fires from 14. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. Murray's got his second basket.
Murray finding himself in that mid-range position. He doesn't pull a lot from there, but he's capable.
Out to Simons. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
First free throw is good. Well, Anthony Simons has credited Damian Lillard for helping him with his development.
Man, B.A., can you imagine every day on the opposite end of Damian Lillard as a young player in this league? Anthony Simons willing to listen and willing to learn. And you see how far his game has come when the reins have been handed over to him.
And so Simons nails both of them.
Well, Anthony Simons is out here to score, but boy, does he find all kinds of ways to torture defense.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Grizzlies great Marc Gasol last season retiring from basketball. He embraced the city of Memphis. He said, quote, "I think a player has to feel that it's their city and they have to fight for it. You play with a different mindset when you do that. To me, winning was the most important thing."
And they did a lot of winning, Allen. And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up, an opportunity at a three-point play. This will be his third free throw attempt of the game.
Second personal foul. 14 foul. At the line for Memphis, Anthony Simons. Shooting one.
Simons really settling in to what he is in this league, and that is a microwave scorer that can come in and get buckets.
Now here's Lopez. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Murray passes to Lopez. Outside, Williams. Back to Lopez. Outside, Murray. Shoots over Simons. Murray, no good. Memphis has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. That ties the game.
This is Westbrook just being an ultra competitor. He gets in there and the defense has nothing to do.
Murray against Simons. Murray looking around. And Russell Westbrook pulls it down. Jordan with a screen on Murray. Floats one, and he gets it to go. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
Defense predicated on stopping Russell at the rim, but then he uses that body control and a little bit of touch to float one over you.
Now here's Murray. He has 6. Nails it from beyond the arc. Murray's got 9 points. Neither side willing to relent.
That's led to 8 lead changes and a bunch of drama already.
Simons against Murray. Simons outside. Off target from three-point range. Jamal Murray. He's been the guy making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. We'll be right back. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And looking at what we've seen from the Trailblazers, what do you guys think?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
Keep plays alive with your activity. That's what it's about.
Memphis trailing here. Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second. They've got Draymond Green, Drew Holiday out there with Colin Sexton. Then there's Jason Tatum, and it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Tatum. Pass to Lopez. Here's Holiday. Outside Sexton. Over George. Sexton misses.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Murray passes to Claxton. It's George on the wing, hounded by Tatum. 5 on the clock. Here's Leonard. Rebounded by Green. And it's Green with the ball for the Trailblazers. Pass to Sexton. Here's Tatum. Takes a 3. Tatum! Money from deep.
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
Now here's Claxton. Back to Murray. Here's Najee. Checked by Sexton. The jump hook. Najee, good. Najee's got his first 2 points of the night. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.?
No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
Drops in the 3.
Well, Kawhi, so consistent with his approach, affects every phase of every minute that he plays.
Pass to Sexton. Takes the 3. The rebound by Murray.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Over Holiday. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Murray's got his first basket.
Well, this is one of the best guys in the league at creating and scoring off the dribble. DeJounte Murray showing his elite skill.
Holiday against Murray. Shot to stop the run. And Drew Holiday hits from deep. Holiday's got 5 now.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Claxton. Tatum against George. The 3 is up. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Well, that three-pointer's got to fire up George and the entire team.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players could learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
Memphis making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Massey, he's checked in for Portland. Miles Bridges comes in for Sexton. Holiday passes to Tatum. Here's Bassey. Outside, Green. Pass to Holiday. Puts up a 3. No luck on that one.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Back to George. Claxton, a screen on Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Here's George. Goes back up. And Claxton with the lay-in. Claxton's gotten his second bucket.
A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Now here's Bridges. Pass to Tatum. Shoots over George. And Tatum gets it to go through the D.
With how well Tatum moves, sometimes you forget he's 6'8", but he's got great size, putting it to use down low.
Claxton passes to George. From outside the arc. Portland with a rebound. Bassey's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Tatum passes to Green. Green gets up and powers it down.
For all the things that Draymond does, when he gets dunks, it makes him even more excitable.
Leonard outside. Murray, a screen on Green. Leonard for 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Tatum with it. He's got 11. Back to Green. Tatum with a screen. To the middle. And he can't jam it through.
Oh, you can tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
And another miss by Memphis.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Shoots. Claxton with the block. George against Tatum. Over to the left wing. Claxton finds Murray. Soft touch off the glass. Murray's got 4 points in the quarter. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for Memphis?
Well, their length and anticipation reflected in their shot blocking totals, making the extra effort to close things out.
They've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break add to your total in a hurry.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Russell Westbrook, he's checked in for Memphis. Simons comes in for DeJounte Murray.
Substitution for your Grizzlies, Russell Westbrook, Anthony Simons.
Memphis on the 3-point lead. Bridges outside. The shot misses. Some solid defense from Williams. George passes to Williams. Simons outside. Spins. Launches it. The rebound by Bridges.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Let's talk about Draymond Green for a moment. Certainly one of the most outspoken players in the league, Brent.
Well, Draymond has never held back, whether he's talking about his opinion or the way that he sees the game, which is remarkable and a revelation to his intelligence as a defender on the floor. Draymond Green has been special on the defensive end throughout his career.
He's off on the first. Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
Jordan's checked in for Memphis. O'Neal comes in for Paul George. He hits the second from the line.
Amazing to think about Draymond Green and the career arc he's had thus far. He really can guard any position on the floor. He can make plays. Really a unique talent.
Westbrook can't hit. Portland has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. On the wing, Holiday. He's covered by O'Neal. Holiday passes to Love. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Love's gotten his second bucket of the game.
I respect Kevin Love's ability in these pick-and-roll sets. Makes contact with the screen and then rolls right to the right spot.
Williams
knew exactly where his teammate would be. That's a product of good chemistry.
On the wing, Green. Outside Love. Pass to Bridges. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Portland making a switch here. Murray's checked in. Now Westbrook. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And he may have posed even more problems with his passing. They had to worry about him as a scorer and a distributor.
Here's Simons, down to 5 on the shot clock. The rebound by Bridges. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Outside Holiday. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Fires for 3. Knocks down the long J. Bridges has got 7.
That's an experienced decision by Holiday to fire that pass to the open man.
Westbrook against Murray. Now here's Westbrook. He's guarded closely. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love. And we have to take another look at that block.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
Shot clock at 5. Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball. And a quick look at how things have been since the All-Star break. Checking out the three-point shot ratio for the Trailblazers.
And they've been cooking from downtown, shooting with volume and efficiency. It's a strong attack from them offensively, and it puts so much pressure on opponents to try and cover all that space.
Simons against Holiday. Over Simons. The shot by Holiday, no good.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for them.
Pass to Jordan. To the left side wing. And he's going for the oop here. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
I respect Russell Westbrook's passing ability, something that he's worked hard to become better at.
There's a screen by Love. Here's Murray. And that one off the back of the rim and in. 11 points in the game. Well, it's certainly been a roller coaster ride.
You do me one, I'll do you one better. It feels like we have a lead change every few possessions.
Now here's Simons. Coming off a 22-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Well, this is one of Simons' strengths, just an outstanding shooter from behind the arc.
Murray against Westbrook. Outside Murray. Shoots over Westbrook. And the shot is good. Drop it in off the front of the rim. Murray's got 4 points now in the quarter.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Jordan against Love. Left side Williams. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Jordan. And it's rejected.
So how about that? Kevin Love getting up and making a statement block there.
Najee, he's checked in for Memphis. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portland. Sexton comes in for Holiday. 1:39 left in the second. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Showing the numbers from last NBA season, the leaders in team steals. Memphis, 4th.
And this is a team that takes great pride in being aggressive on the defensive end. They take good risk and know when to go after opportunities for steals.
A minute 37 left in the first half. Lopez, the screen on Simons. Murray inside. He's covered by Simons. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
I like that penetration there. Murray getting to the cup with great quickness.
Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A. Because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
First free throw is good.
Well, Jamal Murray at his size, the one impressive thing that stands out to me is that he will willingly go right at the defense.
And Murray drops them both. Here's Westbrook. A minute 22 left in the second period. Throws it up high. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
And that's how you defend. Glad we had a chance to see a replay of that block again.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Murray against Simons.
He's lost some of the momentum he had earlier. The defense is really clamping down on him now. One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon. Man, good whistle there.
And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here.
At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Green's checked in for Portland. So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses. Grizzlies trail by 3. Westbrook, the pass to Jordan. Here's Najee. Nails the baby hook. Najee's got 4 points this quarter.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Murray passes to Lopez. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
Lopez is a big guy, which gives him a huge advantage on the interior.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Simons. 10 points for him. Jordan the screen. 6 to shoot. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Love that pick and roll right there. DeAndre Jordan completes the play and very efficient at doing so.
Murray for 3. And that's not going to go. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Trailblazers out in front. They're up by 1. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Hello, everybody. So far, a fairly even game for the Memphis Grizzlies through the first 2 quarters.
I like the way they've been running, pushing the ball, putting that defense on its heels.
Yeah, you love their tempo. When they play fast, they can put points on the board in a hurry, Ernie.
And now, not a bad time to take a look at the schedule ahead.
I think for Memphis, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes, and then you have subtle changes. Everything in preparation for this moment.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Really an incredible game from Jamal Murray.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And it's Murray with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's off to L.A. after this game, where they'll face the Clippers. It'll be the start of a 3-game trip on the road. Murray out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Williams. Then it's Nicholas Claxton. And it's George in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian, Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities. Portland leading. Here's Holiday. Launches a 3. Kept alive. Green for 3. Again, the miss by Portland.
They've been unable to hit anything this half. 3 attempts and 3 misses.
Leonard passes to Claxton. George outside. 5 to shoot. For the lead. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line.
Miles Bridges. Personal foul.
Well, when you talk about a classic 3-and-D guy, Paul George is one of the first to come to mind, Brent.
I agree, B.A. I think he's been a little bit underappreciated, but this guy, both ends of the floor, with the ability to score and defend, is elite. And George wants to compete for titles, especially considering that he's in the back half of his career.
Outside Tatum. Holiday, a screen on Leonard. Here's Tatum. Ooh, rocket finish from Tatum.
Assertive move. You could tell the game's heating up a bit.
Pass to Claxton. Now here's George, hounded by Tatum. Williams, a screen on Tatum. Lets it fly. Rebounded by Green. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Tatum. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And the basket by Bridges.
Coming into the league, putting up points was no problem for Tatum, but now he's creating scoring opportunities for others.
Pass to Claxton. Murray from outside. Portland with a rebound. Bridges has got his 4th rebound in this one.
The 3rd quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
Here's Green. Paul George pulls down the board. Grizzlies trail by 3. Well, we're into the 3rd quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. They double team George. Pass to Claxton. Murray with it. Williams a screen on Holiday. Here's Murray. Bassey pulls it in. Bassey's got rebound number 8 now. Holiday surveying the floor. Tatum from long range. Rejected by Claxton. Murray passes to Claxton. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. To the inside to end the drought. Oh, Green with a block.
You can see Draymond Green so fired up every time he has a chance to impact the game defensively.
Sends it home from three-point land.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
George finds Williams. Now Murray. Back to Williams. And Williams punches it home.
That's a strong finish from Williams, a guy who knows how to play through that kind of contact.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Second team foul. At the line for Memphis, Robert Williams. One shot.
Williams really does play more like a traditional center out there.
Trailblazers lead by 3. Outside Holiday. Pass to Bassey. Oh, trying his luck from deep. Memphis with a rebound. It's George on the wing. He's guarded by Bridges. George with it for the tie. Portland with a rebound. Bridges has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Green. Outside Holiday. Three-pointer. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got his 5th rebound in this one. George draws the double. Pass to Claxton. Up top, George. He's guarded by Bridges. Shot clock at 6. Williams finds Leonard. Over Holiday. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. Leonard's got 9 points.
Now, you don't try to search out the mid-range jumper in the analytic age, but Kawhi Leonard does, and it works.
There's Tatum with the 3. Leonard pulls down the board. And it's Leonard with the ball for the Grizzlies. It's a 1-point game. Murray passes to George. Have the space there, but it's offline.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
Bridges against George. And Bridges is good for 3. He's got 14.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
And we've got a timeout from Taylor Jenkins. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. He's checked in for Williams. Lopez, he's checked in for Portland. Colin Sexton comes in for Bridges. Out left to the wing. Najee passes to Claxton. Murray with it. Claxton a screen on Holiday. Back to Claxton. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game. Now here's Tatum. 16 points for him. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Najee.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
Murray passes to Claxton. Murray against Holiday. That one's good. This game is all even. Murray's got 6 points.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Outside Tatum. Inside. And it's Lopez. That time on the assist by Tatum. And the Trailblazers lead by 2. Out to the right wing. Claxton with it. He's got 6. They now take the lead. 9 points in the game.
And Murray wasting no time. He had the space. He rose up. He knocked it down.
Tatum passes to Lopez. Lets it fly. Sexton misses.
Probably not the shot they had in mind. But you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
It's stolen by Green. Outside Tatum. Holiday passes to Tatum. The 3 ball. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Leonard with the ball. Picked up by Sexton. Pass to George. Back to Leonard. Shot clock at 5. Now here's Claxton. Here's Najee. The jumper from the wing off target.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Pass to Green. Over Murray. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Green's got 5 points.
That stroke looked pretty good, and solid results as Draymond knocks down a rare mid-range jumper.
And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Please give a big round of applause for your Memphis Gymnastics team.
So Memphis going with an almost entire new group here. Jordan's checked in for Claxton. O'Neal comes in for George. Russell Westbrook, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And Simon is subbed in for Murray. Murray's checked in for Portland. Simons. Portland with a rebound. Green's got 7 rebounds in the game. Murray inside. Working on Najee. Outside for Sexton. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And while we have a break, here were some of the top free throw shooters in the game last season. 5th, Anthony Simons.
Very steady at the line. He's a guy who isn't rattled easily, and that shows in his free throw shooting numbers.
So it's the Grizzlies now. Westbrook outside. Over Sexton. Bounces high off the rim and drops. 6 points for him.
And that medium-range jumper is something that Russell is searching out, and he can get to.
And the former league MVP in 2017. A long list of accomplishments for Russell Westbrook, Grim.
Well, how many times, BA, have we seen players celebrate in the way that Russell has been as one of the best players in the league, move and transition to a role off the bench? He's done it with a lot of grace, a lot of class, and has been very accepting of his new role.
Pure from 3-point range. Simons has got 13 now. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
I mean, those swats, they can get into your head, make you think twice about shooting it. So it's about more than just those block numbers.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Westbrook, that's good.
Westbrook motoring through the maze of defenders right there, and the explosive finish.
Blazers trail by 6. Tatum passes to Murray. They need this. Gets the bucket and the foul. That's on Anthony Simons.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
At the line for one.
Free throw drops from Murray.
And Jamal Murray more and more has come into his own as a player capable of shouldering the offensive load and being a leader for his team at times.
Now here's Simons. 13 points in the game. And slammed up by Jordan.
I love the throwback basketball. Work it down low and set up your teammate.
Pass to Tatum. Lets it go from deep. And the foul on Brook Lopez. That's his first foul. Jason Tatum, and that's good.
Now, the D has done a very poor job at contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
And what a phenomenal replay of that impressive rejection.
And this is exactly why he's out here, in order to block shots in tight games like this.
Now here's Simons. Lets the three fly. Rebounded by Green. Green's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Sexton passes to Green. Westbrook against Murray. Lopez, the screen on Westbrook. Clock at 6. On the wing, Sexton. He's covered by Simons.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
They get it back. Jordan, the pass to Simons. Tries again. Nice move. Rejected by Lopez.
This defense gets a lot scarier when Lopez is blocking shots.
Here's Murray. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Russell Westbrook.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in this game. That free throw misses. And he's good on the second. Simons outside. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Grizzlies out in front, leading by 1. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th. Miles Bridges is out there with Brook Lopez. Then there's Drew Holiday. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Bassey in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game. A fundamental footwork and boxing out there that allowed him to rip that ball right off the rim.
Lopez, the screen on Leonard to the inside. And it's Lopez, that time on the assist by Murray. Now it's a 4-point Trailblazer lead. Leonard inside, defended by Murray. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez. Bridges against George. Outside Murray. Pass to Holiday. Jacks up a three. And again, it's Portland with a three.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Leonard passes to Claxton. Murray scanning the floor. To stop the run, hits a three-pointer.
Since halftime, they've been chucking up more shots from beyond the arc, trying to score in chunks.
Holiday against Murray. Lopez, the screen on Murray. Out to Bridges. Outside Murray. Over Leonard. Murray, no good. Grizzlies trail by 4. Wing shot on the way. Leonard can't get it to go.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Now here's Bridges. Over George. Another one falls for Portland.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Murray against Holiday. Murray, no good. Portland leading by 6. Pass to Lopez. Bridges outside. They set the pick. He takes it in. On the wing, Murray pulls up. Good work defensively by Leonard. Memphis has gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss. And so Murray will bring it up for the Trailblazers. They played a great 4th quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Holiday against Murray. With the step back. Tries to break his ice. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Murray passes to Leonard. Misses the 3.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Here's Murray after the basket by Portland. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Brent, what's something you've seen from Murray's time in San Antonio to now?
Well, there's been no stoppage, BA, of the type of work that DeJounte Murray puts in. Now, he's had to learn a new system, but he's adapted to that, and he continues to play both ends of the floor to make an impact.
He misses the free throw. And Grant, DeJounte Murray, a bit of a throwback player. He's comfortable attacking at all 3 levels.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he does a lot of work in the mid-range for a guard. He's very comfortable with any shot on the floor. Not shy about putting up a ton of attempts if that's what's needed.
Green's checked in for Portland. Jason Tatum comes in for Jamal Murray.
What growth from DeJounte Murray since coming into the league. Started as a role player, turned himself into an all-star.
Tatum, a screen on George. Here's Bridges. Outside Holiday. Fires the 3. Nails it from 3. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Now here's George. Williams, a screen on Tatum. It's George with the drive. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Trailblazers.
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
And I feel like there's been an old school aspect to what they've done tonight, and that is pounding the ball inside, getting it down low, getting those looks in close. That's been effective.
Trailblazers lead by 7. Outside, Green. Murray against Holiday. Bridges outside. Three-pointer off the mark. The Grizzlies have got 2 of 8 shots to drop in the final quarter. Pass to Claxton. Now George from deep. The offensive rebound. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. They double-team Tatum to the middle. Yep, that one goes.
When he felt the double team coming, quickly located the open man.
Grizzlies trail by 9. Leonard outside. It's George on the wing, hounded by Tatum. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Paul George right now 1 step ahead of his defender, using the old pump fake.
Paul George taking 2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
You know, Paul George, really a true two-way player in the NBA. He gives you so much on both ends, so you get all-star value offensively and defensively.
Good on the second one. So it's Portland now. Pass to Bassie. Outside Holiday. Down low. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Great job by Holiday keeping his head on a swivel, finding his man with a perfect pass there to finish off the pick and roll.
Murray finds Leonard. Williams with it. Back to Leonard. Murray from outside drains the triple. Murray's got 12 points in just the second half.
He's been so effective down the stretch, capitalizing on all his opportunities.
And Chauncey Billups calls time out here, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Let's get a report from Allie.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups address the team. He kept it real with his team, telling them, I know you feel good about this lead, but let's not get lazy. Let's not act like this is a sure thing all of a sudden. Looking to keep their focus on the task at hand. Brian?
And Allie, thank you for that. And so Holiday will bring it up for Portland. They lead by 7. Now Tatum. From the arc. The Grizzlies pull it in. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now. Outside, Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Murray. Deflected. Outside, Holiday. Green for 3. Memphis with a rebound. Murray's got 5 rebounds in the game. George outside. Off target from outside.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
Pass to Bridges. Now Tatum. 3-pointer. And it's Green missing.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
Nice shot by George.
So good, so experienced. Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
Outside, Holiday. Bridges against George. Outside, Green. 4-3. Green able to hit from 3.
And they keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
And Williams gets the bucket on the assist by Leonard. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game. Murray against Holiday. Pass to Tatum. For 3. Grizzlies with the rebound.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Now here's Leonard. Williams, a screen on Tatum. Shoots from the line. Williams misses. Trailblazers lead by 6. Pass to Holiday. Here's the 3. He buries it from 3. Holiday's got 6 here in the quarter.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
And we've got a timeout from Taylor Jenkins. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. It's George on the wing, hounded by Tatum. George draws the double. Back to Williams. Pass to Claxton. Leonard with the ball. Just 5 on the clock. Williams a screen on Green. Leonard for 3. Look at Leonard, dialed in from deep.
And by the numbers, Kawhi is one of the most efficient three-point shooters ever.
Holiday passes to Tatum. Outside, Green. Back to Tatum.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
It's Bridges on the wing. Green, the pass to Bassie. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Murray against Holiday. George draws the double. Murray for 3. Williams passes to Leonard. Kicks it to George. Shoots over Tatum. George, good. George has got 21 points in the game.
That's why you turn to Paul George. These moments are for PG.
Tatum passes to Green. Lets it fly. The shot by Holiday, no good. Grizzlies trail by 4. Here's George. And he makes it on the layup. George has got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
Bridges outside. Pass to Green. Green with a screen on Murray. Here's Holiday. No good. Unable to win this run. And so Murray will bring it up for Memphis. Shoots over Bridges. Oh, wow! A huge basket to tie the game!
Wow. That takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. .41 seconds left in the fourth. Green, the pass to Tatum. Outside Holiday. The three is up. Oh, nails the triple.
And really, that is a tremendous shot by Holiday there. His team really has momentum now.
And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game.
Now on the court, here's your high squad. Get down and let them hit. Here's our teacher. Get down, we can hear you.
We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth. And here's George. Williams, a screen on Tatum. Here's George. Rebounded by Green. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
There's 14 seconds left to play in the fourth. And he commits the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. George passes to Claxton. Now Murray. He's covered by Holiday. And again, it's Memphis missing.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
So it's the Trailblazers taking the W in a close one. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And B.A., the visiting team is always under some added pressure. But they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin may have been.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
Thank you. I'm here with Jason Tatum. And Jason, congratulations on the win. What did you like about this team's performance tonight?
Our toughness.
All right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.